Hi, all my fellow crafters. I hope everyone is having a good day. I'm back with another journal to share. My it is Tuesday night, and my mother-in-law asked me Wednesday night if I could throw together a journal for her brother's youngest daughter is getting married, and the wedding shower is on this coming Saturday. And so she asked me last Wednesday night if I could have a journal done by tomorrow. And so Thursday I spent the day looking for a kit. And then that night I went to print it and printed 2 pages. It was out of ink. And then Friday I couldn't find anywhere to print it, so I ended up buying more ink, and I spent a little bit of time Saturday and Sunday and now today, and she's finished. So I only had a few days to work on her, so she doesn't have all the normal bells and whistles, but I think for just throwing it together so quickly, I actually think it turned out really good. So I used Artie Maze's wedding kit. And one of the pages I printed double-sided and the back was upside down. So I fussy cut the lady off of it and stitched it on. So there's paper, 2 pieces of cardstock paper, and then this fabric that these roses went good with marriage. And like I said, I fussy cut this lady out of the kit, and then the word marriage from the other side, and I glossy accented it and put it on some cheesecloth. And then this right here I actually got from my friend Aaliyah. Thank you, Aaliyah. And she and she sent this to me, and it was the only one I had, so I had planned on saving it, but I thought it would look pretty kind of as like a hairpiece right there. And then I got this fabric right here, and it's just the plain on the back, and then you can see, so it's got the rose fabric, but I really like this fabric right here because it's flat on the back like that, and then decorated on the front. So I got that, and then this flower right here, Danny sent from Junk Journals and More. Thank you, and I just distressed it up a little bit, and that is the cover. Oh, and then I also added these book corners to the edges. So that is the cover, and I closed it with some sari silk. And then if you can see right here, sorry, this is hard to do with one hand, I just have a bulb pin hanging, and there's a little flower. This was actually, I just got this in the mail yesterday with one of the Lindsay Zenor kits. This was in there, and I thought it went perfect. And then I had this key where the little grooves are hearts. And then let's open her up. When you open it up, we got this paper right here that is like a wedding certificate. That's what it looks like. This is the kit. So pretty, and it's got the guy and the girl. And then over here is a book plate that I also got from Danny. And then I just ran some, and then I just ran some pretty trim at the top so she can put her name here. And then here's one of the tags from the kit. I guess I can zoom out. And it's just got some eyelash trim from A Tattered Dream. And on the back, I put this little sticker that says Our Story. And then a W because his last name, which will be hers now, begins with a W. So there we have it. I'm going to try to go fairly quickly now because I'm already almost at 5 minutes. And I seem to have problems uploading once it gets too long. This page right here is glimmer misted, so I didn't want to cover it up too much. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but there we go, kind of up there. It's all glimmer misted. So this is a book page that's been decoupaged and stitched around. I just put that on there. That way you can still see the 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 glitter on the page, and then here's a page from the kit, super pretty. There's another page, and then in this glassine right here has been avocado dyed, so it's not very much though, so it's very pale pink. And then inside of it is this card that I also got from Aaliyah, and it is from 1947, and it's actually a little wedding invitation. And so I thought that was just perfect. I'll see if I can open it real quick. So you have it right here, and then on the writing, you know, it says that they're going to be at the wedding reception for this guy's daughter. So I thought that was really neat to have a real wedding invitation from 1947. And then it just goes right back in here in this glassine. And then over here I have a decorated paper clip, and then it's just holding on. It's just got another one on the back side. It's one of those hidden ones. And then we got a bookmark right here, and at the top of the bookmark it has pearls, so she can take the bookmark out and use it throughout the book, or she can take the bookmark and just journal on the back. And then here's another piece of ephemera. Again, she can, for journaling cards, she can take it and write on, and it also has the little W stamped on the back of it. Oops, sorry. I only have one hand, so I'm trying to not take too much apart. And then on the other side, this is supposed to be like a little booklet from the kit, but instead I stitched around the edges like that, and left a little opening here. And then I made a little pull tab. I don't think she really knows what junk journals are, so I tried to make little pull tabs so she would see a way to pull things out. And it's just some coffee dyed lined paper that opens up, and then it's just got the little lace tab and a little flower right there. And so that would just go right back here, and we got some stenciling throughout I haven't been pointing out. And then here is some King Company just scrapbook paper that I thought matched well. And then here is a fabric ruffle that Aaliyah made me. And the girl's name getting married is Kelcie, and his name is Logan. And on the wedding invitation, it was like 6 squares. I cut them up, rounded the corners, and used them throughout the journal. I actually had 2. Well, my mother-in-law had one and I had one, and so we decided, you know, that we'd share one to keep and then use the other throughout the book. And then, and the song is a Bridesmaid's song, and this is from 1911, I believe, this music paper. And then we have one of the pockets and a tag with some pretty eyelash trim. And I believe this eyelash trim is from Danny's shop. And then the stamp, again, I put the W on the backs of stuff just because it's little, so she still has all the room to journal, but it just adds a little personal touch to it. And then over here, this page is also, this is avocado dyed paper that was left in overnight, so it's really dark, but it's also glimmer misted. I don't know if you can see that. And this piece of paper right here, April from Pink Oddbird had sent to me. Thank you, April. And it is a guest list. And I did not coffee dye it or distress it because I wanted to leave it as is. And I thought maybe, you know, she could take it out, have people sign it at the wedding, or she could copy, you know, if she has an actual sign in there, she can copy the names and have one in her journal as well. And it just slips behind this little bag right here. And then this is from the invitation. It's got their names on some cheesecloth. And then in the pocket, you just have some stamping and some decoupage. And then it opens it up for journaling space with a little W. And then just slides right back in there. And then we have this really pretty page over here. So cute. And see, I like these background pages because they have the lines, you know, so it's decorative, but she still has room to write. And then here's a doily from a tattered dream that I avocado dyed. I did my avocado dyeing at different stages. Like some I just dipped, others I soaked for a few hours, and others I soaked overnight. So I have some that are really light and some that are really dark. And then over here I have the definition of Mary, and this page is also glimmer misted. And right here we just have a Tim Holtz paper clip holding on this stamp that I found, and it says forever with some red roses, so I thought that was appropriate. And then this right here is another little booklet from the kit, and it just comes off, and I added these little Tim Holtz little brads, and we got coffee dye paper, lined paper, coffee dye paper, avocado paper, just a whole bunch of different papers that she can write on, and then a little rose. And if she wants to, she can always take these out if she fills it up and add her own paper in there and just keep writing in it, or take this out and write on it, or you know, whatever she wants to do with it. And then it just flips right back on here like so. And then we have this side, and then over here is another piece from her invitation, save the date, and we got an avocado dyed doily and just a little heart sticker. And I used a couple sheets of this black and white scrapbook paper I had because it reminds me of a wedding, the design and stuff. And then over here, I actually just bought this stamp at Michael's, I think Friday night. I thought it was cute. It said, "And they loved happily ever after." So I thought that was cute. And then here's one of the envelopes from the kit. And inside, I made this. I took a little photo sheet out of one of my albums that had broke. And I actually had a dried rose, and I just took some of the leaves off and flattened them. And I had to, you know, cut the page so it was open right here and right here. So I had to glue it there and there. And so I just put some lace right here to kind of cover where I glued it closed, and some cheesecloth and some little flowers here. And these little flowers came from Susan at Crafty Paper Trail. Thank you, Susan. I had a hard time using these because there's only 8 of them. Like, it was just one little piece. And so I really wanted to save them for something special. But what's more special than a wedding? So I needed something, you know, small just to go right there. And then on the other side, I was going to put more roses, but I put the picture of them since this is like a little photo sleeve. And then same thing, I put some wider lace right here, some cheesecloth, and the flowers. I cut it in half and put 4 on each side. So I was sad to use that, but I think it looks nice. Okay, hold on one second. And then over here, this lace is also from Susan at Crafty Paper Trail. It's really pretty. I thought it went well with the wedding theme. And then over here is the back of that scrapbook paper, and I just added a sticker that said always and forever. I normally don't add stickers in my junk journals, but I happen to have some wedding ones, so I did add a few. And then over here is another altered paper clip, and her bouquet is ivory, roses, and succulents. So I went through some of my old books that I have and found some succulent images. There's one in each signature, and I turned it into a little journaling card. And then we have an avocado dyed envelope right here with just some coffee dyed distressed paper, and it's just got a little little heart stamp so she can take this out and journal on it. And then behind that, we have a farmer's almanac from 1984, and she's getting married in November. So I pulled out the November sheet and just added that. And then on this side, we have a little floating pocket that has been stitched around and decoupaged. And in the little pocket, just a little, one of those little punches, and it has lines on it. So I thought she could put a date or a little note on there. And like I said, it's a floating pocket, so she can move this pocket throughout the book. Another doily from A Tattered Dream. Some more of that gorgeous paper. And then over here we have another envelope from the kit and a Tim Holtz clip. And I've just got a couple journaling cards. These aren't roses, but they're really pretty ivory colors, so I thought they went well. And then over here is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I turned into a journaling card so she can write on the back. And then this page is Glimmer Misted. Oh, that one's picking up good. And I don't know why, but I've gotten 2 packages of these Tim Holtz clips right here. And every package that I get, when you take it off, it leaves little black smears. I mean, when it's on, it's covered up, so I still use them sometimes when I really need to hold something on, but I don't know why. If anyone is watching this and knows how to make that stop or why they're doing that, I'd really appreciate it, because these clips do hold bigger things on really well, but I just don't know why they're streaking like that. But anyways, I'll show you the other side first. On this side, you've got the envelope, and then tucked behind it is a big piece of ephemera. And then this comes off, and oh, okay, I thought I forgot to put Velcro, but I have this hanging over the page. That's why. Inside is another sheet from the Farmer's Almanac that, I can't talk, that had a engagement wedding ring set on it. And look at that, 3 carats for $5.98. Thought that was pretty funny. But I just turned that into a little journaling card and stuck that into the envelope. Hold on 1 second. And then again, that just goes right over the side of the paper and gets clipped back on. I'm sorry that I had to put the phone down for this. I do apologize. Okay, we'll just go from here. Sorry about that. And then here's the other side of that music sheet. And I got this washi the other night while I was there too. Michael's had like a bin that was like 3 for $1. And I got a roll that said Happy Halloween for my design team project coming up. And then this is said with love. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then some maroon gingham just for decorative. Okay, yeah, this was that one sheet. Moving on, here we have another little punch out of a rose, and I put one of the Tim Holtz words, love is spontaneous. And then over here, I have this beautiful, beautiful layered full-length tip-in. This right here, this big piece, April from Pink Oddbird sent me a really big chunk of it. And I was, again, saving it for something special, but it just screams wedding to me with the pearls and the sequins and, you know, the sheerness and the flowers. So I layered it up. You have that as, you know, the big tip-in, and she can write something underneath it. And then we have this one right here that just has these really pretty dainty flowers. And it's more white. And then we have this one that's more of an ivory with, again, a big flower. And then I just added some pink trim up at the top. So you got the 3 laces and then the big piece from April. And then I liked the look of the sewing up here, so I left this page alone and just added a little stenciling. And then we have the other side of that glassine, and I added a little washi tape. And inside of it, again, I turned one of the little booklets into a, sorry, I'll show you like that, like gorgeous, into a little secret pocket. And there's a pull tab right here. Sorry, let me do this. So you just pull the pull tab out, and it says Big Day, like that, and then just opens up for some more writing space. I'm so sorry that I have to keep putting the phone down like that. I know that it's no fun just looking at a blank screen. I do apologize. And then see, it just tucks right back in there like that. And then it just goes right in there, and you can see the image peeking through, which I like. And then here's another gorgeous page from the kit. And then this page over here says marriage. And this page is glimmer misted. I think there's 2 coffee dyed glimmer mist and 2 avocado dyed glimmer mist. Or maybe one of each. I can't remember. Anyways. And this right here is like a little metal sticker that Danny had sent me. Again, I was saving it for something special because I only have one. And over here I did something new. This is a little avocado dyed index card with book page and decoupage and some eyelash trim. And I actually velcroed it on. So you can just unvelcro it and write it on the back, right on the back. So it's just got little bitty ones up at the top. And then when you're done, you just, just line them up and put it back on there. So I thought that was pretty neat. And then here's another beautiful page from the kit. And this is the second signature. We got the little dove, another doily from A Tattered Dream. And then right here, I sewed 2 of the tags together. And I put some eyelash trim from A Tattered Dream, and then just some of this gold trim that I had. And I sewed the 2 tags together and made a little secret pocket again. Hold on. And so you just can pull this out, and it says Diary of Events, and just has some baker's twine. And then it's also got this journaling card right here that Danny sent me. But what's more romantic than Paris? So the color went well, and I thought Paris is, romantic, so I thought it went. And I'm already at 23, so I'm going to keep going. And then over here, we got this journaling card from the kit. Hold on. With these beautiful doves kissing. And on the back, I used the Tim Holtz words, and it says, reserved to keep every detail of their journey. And then this little tag right here came with with something I ordered, but it's got a crown, and every woman wants to feel like a princess on their wedding, so I thought that was appropriate. Hold on. I'm trying to put some of this stuff back on because I've got so much stuff to put back already. I don't want to forget where it was. Here's another piece of scrapbook paper. And then here's another sheet of that music paper from 1911. And this one is Love's Old Sweet Song. And then here's another piece from their wedding invitation with the date on it. And then over here is another Glimmer Mist paper, and I just added this piece of applique that reminds me, of a wedding, or even of like a little garter almost. But I thought it was really pretty. And then on the other side, this is one of those free printouts Nick the Booksmith had with a bingo card. And I just put this little eyelet in it that came from Lindsay's Knorr. And then I put a big flat back pearl on free space. And then they're getting married 11, 17, 18. And there wasn't a 17, but, you know, it says November 2018. I used a little one so you could still see the number, but I thought that was kind of neat. And the 2 songs being played at her wedding, I printed out. And this is one of them. I Will Be Here. And I just printed it and coffee dyed it. And then again, there's the little W, so she can journal on that. So that's the song that will be played and the date. And then here's this really cute romantic image. And then I got these little cards. Susie from Creative Cafe Girl sent me a couple of these, and I really like them. And this one said picture perfect, so I thought that went well. And then here's one of those damask bags. And inside this one is the other image of the succulent. I had one in each signature, and I turned it into a journaling card. Again, from an old book. And then here is another altered paper clip. And I have this old postcard right here. And that kind of reminded me of a wedding dress right here. And really pretty room. And I just added this piece of lace. Again, from Lindsay's Knorr. I was working on this yesterday. And I had just gotten a package from her. So it has the stuff sitting out. And it had this pretty pink tint to it. So I thought it went well. And this one is from 1970. So not too old, but still vintage. And it just slips right in there. And then on the other side, I made this little booklet that you take it off. And when you open it up, I have made 2 little pockets, again with one of the songs from their wedding. And I got this vintage playing card from Danny. And I just put some avocado dyed paper she can journal on. And then here is a Yahtzee tag. It was a Yahtzee paper that I turned into a tag. And over here in this pocket is a card that I bought from Danny's shop. And I turned it into a little journaling card as well with a lined paper tag behind that. And so I thought that was pretty cute. You know, you got your little double pockets, and the pockets are made out of the songs from the wedding. And then here is a little tag flip with some eyelash trim, another piece of that black and white paper. And then here is a little ticket from Christy Art Designs that I had. And a tag that I put a rose on with some eyelash trim. And I kind of just made this real quick just to show that this was, you know, kind of like a side tuck right there. And then we have another large envelope. And in this one, and they are Velcroed. I don't know if I pointed that out. And then this one is the other song that is going to be sung at the wedding. And it can be a journaling card. So she can have the song and then write on the back. And that's in that envelope. And then over here I stamped love. And then the black and white paper. And then on this side I put this little jelly rose. It's really pretty with some eyelash trim. Oh, we're getting stuck. Hold on. And then we've got the definition of love down here. And another little fabric ruffle that Aaliyah made. I love them. And here's a big rose with some lines. So I thought she could maybe write the date or what she was journaling about here. And then on the inside, journal about it. And here's that washi again. I just lined it. Oh, you're going blurry. Sorry. And then inside of this, it just says forever and for always. There's just some stamping and some baker's twine. And then she can open it up and have a large space for journaling. Hold on just a second. Again, I apologize. So I thought maybe she could, I thought maybe she could, you know, put the date or what she was writing about and then journal about it. And like I said, I left all these things kind of hanging out so she would know, you know, where to look. Here's another background page from the kit. And look at these birds. Aren't they just gorgeous? I love them. And then over here, again, we have another pocket with a tag. And again, it just has the W on the back. And then over here, I used the Tim Holtz words and tried to create like a little sentence or whatnot. It says, the most beautiful thing. And so this is kind of about, marriage. To me, the most beautiful thing, she whispered it softly under the stars, the little things. Kissing her before you say goodnight, everyday words, little things. So to me, that's what marriage is all about, is the little things like, kissing before you go to bed, or kissing before you leave the house, or saying I love you when you get off the phone. So I kind of just made a little phrase on this glimmer misted paper, saying, what I thought the beautiful things about marriage are the little things. And over here is the other side of that music paper, again with the little rose. And up here, it's got a little kind of clear sticker that says, expect great things. Because we want great things for their wedding and their marriage. And then there's the other side of that pretty paper. And then here is the last piece of her invitation. And it's just on some cheesecloth right there. And then I got some more really pretty lace right here. Another doily that's been embossed from a tattered dream. See, I tried to leave, a bunch of blank space so that she can actually, write things in it. So I wanted it to be decorative, but I still wanted her to have plenty of room to document everything. And then on this one, from this day forward, that was really pretty. And then over here, there's the doves kissing again. And then look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then there you have it. So I really hope that she likes it. If I would have had more time, I could have made her like a big book. But I thought this one turned out pretty good. And we got some little trims at the top. And since I did not do all my lace tabs on the side, that's kind of why I had this, charm hanging. So you'll have this bow and then you'll have the little dangle. But anyways, there she is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.